I am sorry, my lighting is not the greatest. It's sundown. You can see right here, it's sundown. I don't know what's going on. My lighting. I don't know. I'm James Lott Jr. This is the One Hope Calls After Show here on JLJ Media. How are you? Happy Monday. I forgot I didn't do it. I didn't do a reaction episode 6, season finale, because I had the interview with Sidney Busby and Christopher Russell last week that I released. Oh my God, they were so much fun off camera. They are two wonderful people. They're hilarious. Oh my God, we came on laughing. Okay, we met laughing. That's what I'm telling you. We had a great. So if you didn't watch that interview, it's out now. My interview with them is out now. It's really good. But I realized, like, wait a minute, I got to do this. I got to do episode 6. So this might be late, but maybe some of you guys are still talking about the show. I like to complete everything, so I said I'm going to complete this. This is like I'm going to complete this. So here's my review of episode 6, season finale, series finale. I don't know. We haven't heard anything. I don't know if you've heard something. Let me know. I don't know anything. Um, but it was a solid finale with some cliffhangers. It's funny going into this. I was wondering because it was such a short season, and I was wondering since I don't know if there was a series or season, how are they going to do this, and what are they going to end on? And so I went into this episode thinking about it. So once again, there are themes going on here, and I can appreciate them. Um, Again, women and finding their place in the West, find their place on these ranches, find their place in these towns. We saw themes of that, and you know what? I don't fault the guys. I don't fault the men because this is the 1920s, of course, and things were done a certain way. But I love that women are asserting themselves and they're showing that they're the stronger sex. Well, I always say women are smarter than me, so I will take that. All women in my life would agree. It's what they're showing that the women have brains. They can think for themselves. They can be good in certain situations that normally a man would handle. That this is the beginnings of that, and I thought there's this. It's kind of and the guys are showing their vulnerability and how to let these women participate in a way that's meaningful. And again, they want to protect. Men were protectors. We want to protect. Women are protectors too, us alone, but men, we want to protect when it comes to danger. And I can appreciate the little bit of push and pull that happened, especially in this episode. Lucy and her dad, Wyatt and Hannah. I mean, there's some little things happening there where they're just kind of, you know, do we let them be involved in something that's kind of dangerous? But they feel a sense of I've been surrounded by men and these ranches. I want to help protect. In Hannah's case, it's her ranch now. She naturally was like, I want to do this. And her and White have the cutest relationship. Well, they're not together, relationship, but you know what I mean. They have the cutest back and forth, and the banter is great. And I'm torn. So hopefuls, I'm torn. Because a part of me is like, do I want them to end up together? Or do I want them to end up appreciating each other? And that's it. I don't know. I don't know. I go by. It's like they do have some chemistry, or am I seeing that because I think they should, or is it a brother sister kind of chemistry? You guys tell me at home. I don't know. I don't know what I'm seeing. I'm not sure, but I like them. They're learning about each other, and that ranch is important to both of them. And I think that's great because I thought, well, if we have another season and she and Hannah meets a guy, how would Wyatt handle that? I don't want a triangle, but I was like, would he be more like good for you and be protective like a big brother, or would he be protective, or would he be jealous like a potential lover? So I don't know I don't know, but I like them. I like their kind of back and forth, and that they kind of side compliment each other, and they're seeing that this is something could work. Had there's this beautiful scene at the end where Hannah and Wyatt have their moment. She's about to go in the house and looks over and sees younger her with her late uncle. And then the actress did such a great job. Tears well up in her eyes before she goes inside. It's just like, that was a nice touch. Whoever wrote that and everything, that was a nice touch for her. But the one part that did bug me, I'm going to tell you the truth, say the devil. The one part that did bug me, she claims it, I guess she claims it's part of her plan, but it was a little dangerous. I don't know, because at first when Wyatt goes off, and she wants to go after and look for him because she doesn't want anything to happen to him, and she's in the middle of it by herself, and she says, "I think this is a good idea." I'm like, "Yeah," and then of course she gets cornered, but Wyatt saves her and the whole thing. But just it was kind of like that was a little reckless, kind of. But she claims that was her whole plan to do all that to get the Mounties to come. I mean, like, so maybe she was smarter than all of us. Lucy, at the same time, who is representing, we didn't see Tess the whole episode to the end, but that's another story. Um, Lucy's there to help. She works for Tess. And when her dad comes over, is like, "You need to go home," and she's like, "No, I work for Tess." You can see how he was just looking at her like, "Excuse me." Oh my God, that other rancher was like, "Yeah, I'd rather get shot in the face or foot or whatever. Let me listen to you two." He said, "I'd rather take a bullet than listen to you two." I was laughing. He walked off to another post. But then they had a really sweet moment. Again, showing us, and I'm a father of girls. I should say of women. I keep saying girls, of women. Because they literally are women who gave me children, gave me grandchildren. So they're women, especially. You see them as little girls. You can't help it. And mothers see their son. I mean, it's a natural parent thing, even in today's world. And I thought that was very sweet that he went through this whole thing. She lost her mother. She wished she knew her. She was raised by her father. And it's one of those things that you almost get what you wish for. You have a strong daughter. You raised her. Of course, she's going to want to do things that you're doing. And that's just natural. And she shows her worth, of course, out there. That was very nice. They had a great moment. That was very sweet. So it's about the women, showing their mettle out there. And there's something these rustlers are doing stuff. And what's funny is they capture the rustlers, I think all of them, except for one. And because one got shot when it was dark, so we couldn't see who it was. And I was like, it's that guy Huntsman who was on a few episodes ago. He's back. We find out when Tess, and that's the cliffhanger, Tess is going, well, several cliffhangers, but Tess is going to her house and he pulls a gun on her. You see, he was when he was shot, because it's funny how the Mountie was making fun of the rustlers in jail, like, which one's the leader? And then she's like, wait a minute, I shot one. And nobody in here has been shot in the arm. I think it's something like, yeah, because you'll be tending to him. You would have Maggie, he was shot. Like I said, a side note, one of the bad guys was black. I saw him in there. I was like, oh, there he is. I see him. He got a lot of screen time, whoever the actor is. Congratulations, got screen time. I loved it. It was kind of fun. Just a little side note. Yeah, so it's like they were really, Trevor Donner came back as Jim, Bounty Jim. So they were kind of figuring that out. And I thought, oops, uh-oh. But he's with Tess, because we see Tess at the very end. I was like, wow, okay. There's two other big storylines, and two and a side one. Dolores finds her way. That Blue Moon cake looked beautiful. Whoever in real life designed it, it looked beautiful. That's right. So she found a way to get a job with Ronnie, trying to help out. That leads into the whole Sam story, and there was a great message there. I loved it. So now he has money because of the gold and the whole thing. Now what he says, now what? He thought it would bring him happiness. He thought he'd be over him. He thought all this stuff, and literally, Maggie is there to help him along. And I love Maggie's protective of him. She's like, let's just keep it low key, hilarious part. Who do you tell? Just Joe. Who is he going to tell? Because everybody knows. Ronnie and I want to throw him a party, and I think it was cool, but I was like, Ronnie's gouging him. I wrote that down in my notes. He just keeps gouging him with money, and just keeps gouging and gouging and gouging him. And Maggie gives Ronnie a warning, like, excuse you, don't mess with my man. And I was like, good girl. She's looking out for him, because that's the whole thing. It's like he was adding more stuff because he has money. And she said that people change when they know you have money. They treat you differently. And she was right. Oh my God, the caviar from Milwaukee, funny little joke there. I was like, okay, got it. It wasn't that good. We got it. But see, people dressed up was kind of nice in there. And but at the end, when Sam goes to Maggie, it was like, all I can think about is you, not the money. It's like I think about you and I. And of course, the fireworks and all that stuff was very nice. But it's a great message that yes, we all need money. Many of us are trying to work things out. We got bills to pay and things, but it doesn't necessarily bring you all the joy in the world and the happiness. It just doesn't. I know personally for myself, I'll share a little bit with you guys at home. Before I came back to Los Angeles 16 years ago, I had a high paying job. And I was making money just rolling in the dough. But I was so unhappy. And I was working 80 hours a week and all of a sudden just the whole thing. I hated my job. It did help in many things I needed at the time, but I got to a point where now I'm just making money. Like I didn't even like everything was getting paid and all that stuff. I was just making money. When I quit that job, people thought I was crazy. People literally told me you're crazy. And I was like, but I'm not happy. It's not my passion. I'm pushing papers and working for bosses I don't like. I mean, I'm living in a city I don't want to live anymore. Like I literally was not happy. And I'm so 16 years later, it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my adult life. Um, hey, there was money sometimes, sure. I don't make as much as I did then, but the money I make, it's mine. I earned it, and it's I'm living my life. So I agree with that completely. It's like money just it can help you pay bills, but it doesn't mean you're gonna get everything you want in life because you have money. There are a lot of lonely people who have money out there. So great message that the money is good. It's good. Maybe they'll do some good for them, but that's fine. Then we got Nora, her old assistant, former assistant. Zoe comes down from San Francisco, brings all her boxes and cases. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. I thought Zoe was going to stay, maybe because like she seemed troubled, but we have a cliffhanger there where she's like, I did something wrong. I think I should deliver these envelopes to this judge, and there was money in them. I opened up one time, and can you get in trouble? And this might relate to Nora and her cases. Because can it hurt you? And Nora starts to freak out the M. Plus, with Michael out there on the porch trying to watch out for her because that one guy is running around. He's with Tess, but they don't know that. She starts to really freak out, and I'm like, oh my goodness. But that's all we know. And that basically was the show. Yeah, that basically was the show. It's so it ends on a cliffhanger. With all this, there's some storyline potentials. So I'm very curious to what's happening, folks. Great American Family, Pure Fix. What do you know what's going on? Hopefully, get season 3 and longer episode. We more episodes. Well, longer, really longer, but more episodes, not just 6. Need more of that. That's my second. That's my review. I liked this season. I thought it feels like a tester. It feels like a teaser. It feels like a small chunk compared to like a 12 episode season or 16 or 18. I want to see more episodes when it comes back, more than 6. And again, I love this kind of programming. I was watching it on PureFlix. It's very simple and easy to watch it on there. It was great reception, the whole thing. So I'm happy with that. Thank you, PureFlix, Great American Family TV, and all that. Thank you so much. I want to thank all the Great American Family TV and them for resharing my videos, and thank you. I hope to give you some more content. I'm looking to do some more interviews from the show, so just stay tuned for that. And I have a couple of special episodes I'm putting together just to help celebrate the show, keep it going a little bit, because I enjoy this after show on Monday. So Monday nights, I have some more stuff from me coming from this show. So just stay tuned. Make sure you're following, whether it's my YouTube channel, JLJ Media, or whatever the stream platform you're hearing this on, Apple, Audible, Spotify, whatever. Make sure you hit the follow button so you know when new episodes will arrive. Thank you, hopefuls, for this season. Like I said, a little more to come. Stay tuned. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.